Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well today. Today I am filming on my phone, so excuse the quality. My camera decided to have a little temper tantrum this morning and I just didn't have the mental capacity to deal with it. So I just got my phone out because I really wanted to film this for you. Today I'm going to be doing a review the new MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powdered Foundation. And I got this in NC11 and yeah, I'm just really excited. MAC have been in my last MAC review, which was for the MAC Strobe Dewy Skin Tint. I flagged that I thought MAC had like dropped off, but I feel like since then, or even just before then, they had really like stepped up their game. So I feel like they've come through with some cool products. I feel like we should update the packaging. I don't mind it, but I feel like some of the packaging is now like, I don't know, I feel like if we're moving to this like new MAC, I feel like new packaging could be a thing. But yeah, this reminds me very much of the MAC Studio Fix. So yeah, gonna give this a review today. Filming it this morning before work, so I'm gonna kind of be wearing it all day to see how it is. I would love it if you can like and subscribe. It would mean an awful lot to me. And yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, I straightened my hair today and I feel like I look like a different person. Okay, so I'm going to be kind of using the same kind of base products that I would normally use. So I'm going to go in with the Vive Skin Nova. And this is just such a good primer. Yeah, my skin is just, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the summer, but my skin is just not been doing great. I'm getting not even acne, just bad skin. And then I'm going to go in with the Liquid Putty Primer. I tried this the other day and I really enjoyed this. And I feel like this isn't going to harm. Other foundation that I tried it with sat really nice on top of it, so that's what I'm hoping. Okay, so apparently it is a 209% more hydrated skin instantly, 24-hour hydration, 80% skincare base with hyaluronic acid, medium buildable coverage, radiant glow finish, 12-hour wear, transfer resistant, non-creasing, non-caking, does not clog pores. And with like a little star it says, yeah, it says clinical testing on 28 women after using product one time. I feel like MAC more than 28 women and only using the product one time, but this is why I'm here, we're here online to test these things for you guys before you buy it. I got NC11 because I think that's what I am in, like the mineral not the mineral powder, in the Studio press powder. I didn't have any MAC foundations left, but yeah, NC11, which is what I was in the powder, and that worked. So let's hope that this colour matches me. Again, yeah, it's got that kind of like old school pump, which I know it is very like quintessential MAC, but I'm feeling like we can move on from this. The foiling on the glass as well reminds me of the Too Faced like Born This Way. Again, I feel like we could rebrand. I think it's time, and I think people would like understand. So it's quite liquidy. Okay, I've done 2.5 pumps. Let's see where that takes us. And I don't know if I'm going to use a brush or a sponge. Let me go in with the brush first. This is just a NYX 04 kind of duo fibre brush. I used to have a MAC one like this and I lost it, or I don't remember where it went but yeah, I always find sometimes with foundations this like duo fibre brush is really like nice. It's thicker than I thought it would be, but it's not thick, if that makes sense. I feel like that colour is okay. It's a little golden, but I don't think it's yellow. Okay, I would say just like one kind of pass is like light coverage, similar to the Maybelline like skin tint. It's got that kind of coverage for like a first pass, maybe a little bit lighter. I feel like it doesn't blend. It does, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's because it's a tiny bit thicker, it's almost feels a little bit hard to blend, but because it's then so runny, it like naturally does melt in. It's definitely a radiant finish. Like I probably wouldn't have to add in like a glow booster for this. I don't like it with the brush. So let me start working it in with a sponge. I feel like I'm gonna have to put a tiny bit more on with the sponge. Okay, so I used 2.5 pumps and it got me to this. So I'm gonna go in with another full one. Yeah, it feels almost like an oil-free product, but that would kind of make sense because it's like serum powdered foundation. It does feel thick, almost whipped. If you've ever had a foundation that's whipped, I had a Beauty Pie oil-free tinted moisturizer at one point, and that was almost whipped and it was like thick. Okay, let's see if this is buildable. It definitely still feels like thick when applying it with a sponge too, but on my face it doesn't feel thick. Like on my face I almost, no, I can't feel it, which is nice. I actually think the finish of it is really nice. For saying it's like a powdered foundation, you would think it would dry matter than it is, but I guess it is a radiant. Yeah, I like that. I feel like it's melted into the skin nicely. The colour I think is good. I think I'll be able to wear this throughout winter and summer. And it definitely wouldn't be like my full coverage choice, but I don't think that's obviously what it's meant to be. It's meant to be like a lighter coverage. And I would say it's buildable too. Yeah, I think it's very skin-like. It does remind me a lot of the Maybelline skin tint. And this was pricey. I almost didn't get it because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like it and I don't really want to pay £40. Would I pay £40 again? Now looking at it, I do think it's, yeah, when you can get things like the L'Oreal True Match and the Maybelline skin tint that give a very similar finish, but I find that with the Maybelline it doesn't wear as nice as I would like it to. It does wear nice, but I probably can't wear it for more than like 6 hours. So today I'm going to be wearing this for like the full day. So I'm going to go in with my NYX Bear With Me concealer. I tried this out the other day. Sorry if I'm looking down. I've kind of got my mirror like set up underneath my camera. This is a very like rogue setup. But yeah, I tried this concealer in I think it was my last first impressions. And I was obsessed. I've literally worn it nearly whenever I've worn makeup, I've worn it. I just don't really like the pump. I wish it was with like a doe foot. But it worked really lovely, this concealer, with my HNB glow tint. Okay, these work nicely together too, which isn't unsurprising because I feel I haven't found anything that concealer doesn't work nicely with. My skin looks very skin-like, but it is giving a bit of, not full coverage, but definitely not no makeup, which actually I quite like. For contour / cream bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Contour Cake from Pink Honey. This has become my like favourite. I use this as like a cream, like bronzer and contour, just because I like quite a cool bronze. And actually on my skin tone, it doesn't look that cool on me. Again, yep, that worked lovely on top. The radiance that I'm getting really feels like I have used like a glow booster. Yeah, that contour blended in really nice. My skin looks very skin-like, but I do feel it's kind of really melting in, and I wouldn't say blurring is the right term, but any texture that I do have, and like I said earlier, my skin is not the best at the moment. I feel like under my eyes, my skin looks very, yeah, my texture, my skin looks plump and healthy, and yeah, I think this is actually really nice, and I think that colour actually is really good. So if you ever use me as a shade reference, I'm quite pale with neutral undertones. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this wears. I'm just going to go in with a bit of blush, and I've got Gentle Ginger by P. Louise. I always take the dauber off just because I don't like them. Everybody's doing the daubers and they're not even that great. I really do love this colour of P. Louise. I feel like, well, I'm sure you can overdo it with this, but for the no blush girlies, I think it just adds like a really nice like tint. Yeah, I really like how my skin is looking. I think I look really fresh, and I feel like you could glam this up. I feel like it's enough coverage that I could really glam this up with like different concealer, like obviously different glamour eyes. I definitely think you could share it out too. Okay, I am going to powder today to give it like a fair shot. So I'm going to go in with my Kosas Cloud set, which is one of my like favourite pressed powders. And I'm just going to go under my eyes with this. I feel like this is very glam, my day job. I work remotely for like my company, but when I'm at home I go to my dad's office, so I feel like I'm actually like going to work, because I struggle to work actually from home. I can do it, but I just get a bit distracted. Whereas if I'm in my dad's office, like his company office, I treat it like I'm at work, and I feel like he's gonna think I'm very glam. Oh, now I've powdered, I would actually say it's blurring. I do know this powder is like a very good powder, but yeah, I look like I've like blurred my skin a bit, but in like real life. It's like a real life filter. Okay, if this wears well, then this is gonna get a massive thumbs up from me. It is, I think it's around 8:30, and I'm gonna be wearing this like all day. I work until 6, so this is gonna have a very good test. But as it stands, I am happy. I think my skin looks like plump, blurred. The colour is nice. It is already sitting in my line here, but only on one side, which sometimes happens and it sometimes doesn't. So maybe I just need to be a bit more conscious to maybe not put it so much into my smile lines. But yeah, definitely here and here it's very blurred. And those products, yeah, sat nice on top. Okay, bird. I'll check in like throughout the day, do a wear test, give my comments at the end, because I feel like that gives a true kind of test. But yeah, so far I'm excited about this. Hi guys, welcome to my first check-in. It is 12 o'clock and I am still incredibly happy with how it looks. My hay fever has been wild today, like crazy. My eyes have been streaming, but I think it looks still really nice. This is in like semi-natural daylight, but yeah, so far I think it's holding up really nice. I'm like, I get oily, but at the same time I get dry spots, and I finding that balance where it works between the two is quite difficult. But yeah, so far so happy. I haven't repowdered. I did bring my MAC Mineralize with me, just in case I needed to like repowder. But yeah, so it's 12 now, so it's been on for about 3 hours, and yeah, I think this looks really good still. I'll probably check in another 3 hours, and then it would have been on for around 6, which is obviously what I said. I feel like it should look still really good at like the 6 hour mark. But yeah, so far so good. Hi guys, so I'm back and it is 5:30. And as you can see, compared to when I last saw you, let me come out of the sun a bit, it looks great. I honestly think this is one of the best foundations that I've actually tried in a really long time. It looks still like blurring and plumping. It did kind of settle in this line when I first put it on, but it hasn't seemed to like settle anymore. So maybe that was just like me like putting in too much product. Yeah, honestly, and it has kept its radiance without getting really oily. I feel like it has controlled my shine in a way, but it's still, yeah, like a bit of a, it's not like matte. So yeah, so this is like a massive thumbs up from me. I think, yeah, it couldn't have really have gone much better. So this is definitely going to be added into my collection and used a lot more. I'm going out tomorrow I'm catching the train up to London for the day, and I was thinking about what base I would do because it's going to be so hot, but I'm gonna give this a go. So yeah, so this is me. I don't think I'll check back in because I it's been like nearly 8-9 hours and I think it looks great. So I don't think I need to like check in later. But yeah, super happy. Thanks so much for watching and checking in with me. I would really recommend this. I think if you have oily skin, I think this is going to be good. And for dry, I think it's going to like suit everyone. Yeah, really happy. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again super soon.